Hi Taurus, welcome into a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I do want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading, but as we proceed, keep in mind, as always, it is general and it's meant to pertain to the following 48 hours for you, beginning around when you were guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. But I did get a couple of messages right before beginning your reading. The first one was there's not enough sage in the world. I feel like you're trying to cleanse the energy in a situation. Things aren't feeling perfect. You could feel a little bit shaky at certain points, but then quite grounded and on point for the most part at other times throughout the next 48. Even when you're feeling a bit shaky or a bit off or a bit nervous, you still feel grounded. And Spirit's saying this is because you've perfected how to minimize the effects of certain levels of energy, spirituality, right? To just kind of go with the flow, okay? I also heard beep beep coming through, okay? I feel like you're on the go, okay? Getting things done. People, you might feel a little bit impatient at certain points when driving, when trying to get to something on time, or just strolling even. It's like, not trying to be rude, but you are in my way, just kind of going around, or if you can, feeling like there's not enough time in the day at certain points. And I feel like you're playing catch up to a certain extent, meaning to accomplish this, and then I can just breathe, okay? So I feel like that's the vibe of your next 48, where you're getting done what you need to in a very mature manner, at times delaying or feeling it's inevitable to push something off a bit or to come back to something at a different time, but you're doing what you need to do and then giving yourself time to breathe, okay, to relax, to heal, to do something simplistic or just enjoyable. I feel like any moments of rest in the next 48 are gonna feel so damn good, but then you're just gonna feel very blah in those moments. Spirit's saying because where you are, think about that, okay? Psychic Flame, 333, Sacred Milk, and Druid Magic. I feel like there's thoughts of that sort about psychic abilities, yours and potentially other people's. You may not be psychic yourself, but you're also thinking about things like tarot, astrology, magic. These sort of, they're saying Aquarian, Piscean thoughts coming to mind. Sorry about the noise, but I feel like at times you are dealing with certain noise factors, and that may bother you, annoy you, or you might simply feel numb to the BS. I don't know why that's coming through, but I feel like all the meanwhile, the number 333 and the spiritual number 25 coming into play. I'm feeling very connected to your reading right now. I mean, I do have Taurus in my chart, but drawing down the moon, divine feminine, source, channel, and stillness. Do we not talk about stillness? Bear with me. I do feel like you're going to be spiritually messed with in the next 48, even if you don't decide to acknowledge that that's what is happening. When you stutter, when you feel a little bit shaky at certain points, again, when you twitch even, okay, stuff of that nature, when you find your heart just starts to race more than it was. What do you think is happening? Sorry, I didn't mean to be condescending or rude, keywording, but I feel as if that's spiritual messing with, okay? And if you're affected by energy as well, it's just a lot to handle. But you're an expert at this point, and I feel like there's a lot of mannerisms in the next 48, working with your hands even, creating, getting hands on, and they're saying just getting it done. We also have the Ancestors card, family, survival, death, and worship. If you look at that eye, there's a focus on your eyes and your third eye staying open and never shutting again. Okay, that's powerful. I feel like there's a focus on your visions, what you see and how you see it. Okay, you might be gaining certain dreams these days and surrounding throughout this 48. And you might even see something psychically or a gift from spirit in regards to what lies ahead, or it might be even a reminder or both, okay? But there's a connection to your family, even if this is not blood related, your soul family. I'm hearing your spiritual family. Very interesting, your guides, if you will, those who look after you, passed over loved ones, taking a highlight, thinking about, well, when is this passed over loved one going to come visit me? And Spirit saying, think about, and you might have not discovered this yet. That was horrible wording. You may not have discovered this yet, but for me, for example, when somebody passed over for me specifically comes to visit, I typically will see butterflies, okay? And I just feel out whether or not that's accurate in the moment. And then there's another one, I hear chimes, okay? So stuff of that nature is taking a highlight, whether you're discovering it, and or being reminded of that. But I feel like there's thoughts of death naturally with that coming up. Endings, new beginnings, needing something new for myself, whether that's a connection, a door opening as far as career goes, or an investment. But people are worshiping you is what I'm getting. Very interesting. Now, that obviously it's going to be different for everybody, but I feel like you're being honored. The Taurus name, okay, your Taurus nature, your likability. Yeah, your energy is contagious, even when you feel like you're a little bit nervous or just not feeling amazing, okay? I'm hearing starting again as I'm drawn to the one at the top, okay? And your connection to nature is taking a highlight. But the fourth and final of the oracle before we jump into the tarot, I don't even know how to say that. Jean, do I pronounce the D? Jen, anyways. Wildness, enigma, and service and choices. Your choices are taking a highlight from the past. Currently, you may be prepared for some drawn to the reading to make one, if not multiple, important choices moving forward, which I know you have the ability to discern quite decisively, efficiently, to trust your intuition, which obviously is quite strengthened at this time along your path. To be a service to yourself and to others is also taking a highlight. In your wild side, that needs to take a highlight. I feel like your risk-taking side and abilities, I don't know why I said abilities, your abilities, your talents, what are you capable of? Or do you feel like your talents, if not multiple, your skill sets are going to start to evolve moving forward and become more powerful? I feel like they are. But again, going back, I feel like you're thinking about how to benefit yourself more so moving forward and how you already have been up until this point while helping and being of service to others, putting those talents, those skill sets to use. Beautiful. All right, let's shift on forward and pull some light seers and see what else the next 2 days has in store for us. Growing like no other, growing like no other. And I feel like a lot drawn to the reading have heavy Leo and Libra, okay, and for some Pisces in your chart. That felt kind of random, keywording, but I also feel like there's the potential for you might already be aware of this, that you're going to be manifesting and are potentially already in the process of manifesting quite powerfully something very important for you. Okay, this could be an opportunity, a change to yourself, a change to your abilities, or one in particular. Gaining more in the next 48, gaining more. I feel like something's, okay, rising up, growing for you. I feel like there's thoughts of when you had to rise from the ashes, okay? And your ability to patch things up where it's needed moving forward. I feel like you may not even realize in the next 2 days as to how that is going to look for you, but adjusting your perspective, a push to adjust your perspective on an ending, a tower moment from the past, if not multiple, because I feel like you keep thinking about, well, I don't have this perfect job or this new living situation or this right connection for me at this point. So why did I leave? Maybe I shouldn't have left that behind. Maybe I should have stuck with it even if it was uncomfortable or just wrong for me. No, absolutely not. Allowing for yourself to recognize, to remember that what comes to an end is purposeful. What you stick with moving forward is also purposeful. But it feels like a lot of which need to recognize that if you stuck with that person or gave them another chance, or if you stuck with that job or stayed in that specific place of residence, you would have not, you wouldn't have been able to transform in the way you were meant to. Your comfort is important. All right. I know in this society, we typically will be programmed to accept certain uncomfortable aspects of situations because we need to make that money, that paycheck or multiple, right? Bring in that income, or, you know, nobody's perfect, so I should just deal with certain red flags or certain unhealthy, toxic behaviors, right? Needing to be treated appropriately, to be honored all the meanwhile. So I feel like that's coming through in, as a reminder when other people outside of whatever situation that was for you are treating you appropriately, okay, talking you up, again, honoring your name. But you know what I'm saying? Or just thinking, okay, the energy in this living situation isn't great and it makes me nervous and uncomfortable and I can't heal fully. Or, you know, certain other aspects are just so bad for me in a lot of ways and it's changing me in the wrong direction. But I'll just deal with it because I need a roof over my head, right? And Spirit's saying not everything obviously can change and be adjusted right off the bat. Some changes take time to plan for, to acquire, to manifest all the meanwhile. But we need you as a Taurus to be comfortable and moving towards better for yourself. And some of which already realize, remember this, or moving towards it. But this is going to be a reminder in the next 48 either way, okay? So stop second guessing the past. Yeah, certain stresses are taking a highlight. You don't deserve to be stressed. You don't deserve to be uncomfortable. And you need to be in situations that match are aligned with your Taurus grounded energy, okay? Anything that leaves you feeling less grounded, anything that leaves you feeling out of whack, nervous, anxious, right, shaky, not for you. And at times, you know, so be it. If there's just a little rough moment in a situation that overall is healthy and right for you, so be it. But it feels like some of what you're dealing with a situation, if not multiple, and reflecting upon past ones once again that have so many inconsistencies and difficulties, stresses, and toxicity that isn't, I said that word, that isn't meant for you, okay? Also hearing laughter is good. It's going to be good for your soul, a release, healing. But I also feel like your spirituality is going to feel a bit stressful, but then kind of soothing and assisting all the meanwhile, or at other points. I'm hearing the different sides of you. I'm now hearing you might have Gemini in your chart. Yin and yang, it might feel like you need more balance in your life, okay? Your masculine and your feminine side coming to being put to use, or needing to come out to play, okay? At certain points in the next 2 days. I feel like there needs to be the utilization of your inner child to have more fun, to get out there into nature, go on an adventure, even if it's a peaceful one. It probably should be, right? But yeah, there's thoughts of what you don't have yet. There's thoughts of the distant horizon, the world as a whole, and how kind of messy it is at this time, and has been for a while, but it feels like recently, for whatever reason, you keep getting reminded by social media, by other people, what you stumble across in certain ways, that things are just not put together, okay, a bit all over the place. Anyways, but I do feel like there's going to be certain content creators that you're pushed to watch, to observe, to absorb what they're saying for one of not multiple reasons. It could tie into what the world has going on at this time, certain parts, or it could just be them being them, okay, getting their voice out there, and this inspiring you or re-inspiring you, or simply being a moment for you to laugh, or just to heal, to connect to somebody at a distance. I love that. It may remind you why you do what you do, or why you left something behind. The Knight of Cups, I do feel like there's the potential for some of which drawn to the reading to meet somebody new in the next 48. You could be thinking about your Knight of Cups, male or female, but your magical, caring nature taking a highlight. I really don't feel like stopping this reading, but I don't want to carry it on too much longer. There's a reminder that at times less is more, okay? Your bold, confident, passionate nature is taking a highlight. And I just feel like, again, there's thoughts of you needing to replenish, having to regrow at certain points, okay? Feeling like at times life kicks you down or damages you in certain ways, or even your choices, your habits do so as well. So focus on your habits and needing to live healthier moving forward, okay? Certain routines and the elimination of certain habits or minimalizing them. But I feel like there's thoughts and action towards kind of growing and healing from all that life throws at you, and all you have to deal with, and all that you even caused yourself, if we're being honest. But it feels like the wheel is churning in your favor in the next 48, okay? There's a sense of good luck being on your side, and I feel like you're manifesting a ton at this time. So be careful what you wish for, but also just, they're saying tread carefully, but also take a moment and think, what do I actually want? What kind of connection, what kind of situation is going to actually be best for me? Am I trusting my intuition? Did I see certain endings, or one in particular come to be, rewinding back because I decided not to fully or all trust my intuition and just kind of wanted to jump into whatever that was, right? It's not always smart to just embrace that Fool card energy. Anyways, let's wrap this up with a couple tea leaf cards. Bear with me, just feeling out the energy of both piles. Beware of great pride. It feels like you're very proud in the next 48, but It can rub certain people the wrong way is what I'm getting. Don't be too proud to take on something of importance for you. Okay. Very random. Stepping into a new experience. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like whether this is happening in the next 48 is for some, but you may be prepared to step into a new experience moving forward. Changes in your life and dealings or a relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Very interesting. You might be thinking about sprucing up your looks, okay? Thinking about certain changes from the past and moving forward. I don't know, I'm still pulling. Persevering, you will overcome certain problems, all right? As well as keep your life in balance. Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's a huge, huge focus on your career. It feels like things are starting to improve for you and will more so moving forward. Feels like one change, one adjustment, one improvement after the next. All right. So I hope this was truly helpful and I hope you enjoy your next 48 and I'll see you next time.